from scattered Germanic tribes to the Holy Roman Empire. From Prussian military machine to Nazi horrors to reunified nation. From a country divided by a wall to Europe's economic powerhouse. This is the entire history of Germany. Over 2,000 years of warriors, philosophers, dictators, and democrats compressed into 10 minutes. The story of a nation that gave the world both enlightenment and darkness. The Germanic peoples first entered history as enemies of Rome. In 9 CE, Germanic tribes led by Arminius ambushed 3 Roman legions in the Teutoburg forest, annihilating 20,000 soldiers, one of Rome's worst defeats. Rome never conquered Germania beyond the Rhine River. When the Roman Empire collapsed in the 5th century CE, Germanic tribes poured into former Roman territories. Under Charlemagne, ruling from 768 to 814, the Frankish Empire became Western Europe's greatest power. On Christmas Day 800, the Pope crowned Charlemagne Emperor of the Romans, reviving the Western Roman Empire. When Charlemagne's grandsons divided his empire in 843, the eastern portion, East Francia, became the foundation of Germany. In 962, Otto I was crowned Holy Roman Emperor, officially founding what would become a complex confederation of hundreds of semi-independent kingdoms, principalities, and free cities. This fragmentation would prevent German unification for 900 years. The Protestant Reformation, beginning in 1517 when Martin Luther nailed his 95 Theses to a church door, split Germany religiously and politically. Northern princes embraced Protestantism. Southern Germany remained Catholic. Religious tension escalated into the 30 Years' War from 1618 to 1648. The 30 Years' War devastated Germany. Perhaps 1/3 of the German population died. Maybe 8 million people from war, famine, and disease. The 1648 Peace of Westphalia confirmed Germany's fragmentation. Over 300 independent states existed within the Holy Roman Empire. Germany was a geographic expression, not a nation. But from this chaos emerged Prussia. Originally a poor region in northeastern Germany, Brandenburg, Prussia transformed itself into a major power through military discipline. Frederick II, Frederick the Great, who ruled from 1740 to 1786, made Prussia a great power. He seized Silesia from Austria and expanded Prussian territory. Prussia was not a state with an army, but an army with a state, as one saying went. Napoleon Bonaparte crushed Prussian and Austrian armies repeatedly. In 1806, Napoleon marched into Berlin. The Holy Roman Empire was dissolved after 844 years. German humiliation was complete, but defeat sparked German nationalism. Prussia reformed its military and built a professional officer corps. When Napoleon's army was destroyed in Russia in 1812, Germany rose in rebellion. At the Battle of Leipzig in 1813, Prussian, Austrian, and Russian armies crushed Napoleon's forces. After Napoleon's defeat, Germany remained divided between Prussia and Austria. The 1848 revolutions demanded democracy and unification but failed. Enter Otto von Bismarck. Appointed Prussia's minister-president in 1862, Bismarck was determined to unify Germany under Prussian leadership through blood and iron. Bismarck's strategy was brilliant. In 1864, he allied with Austria to seize territory from Denmark. Then, in 1866, he provoked war with Austria itself. The Austro-Prussian War lasted just 7 weeks. Prussian military superiority crushed Austrian forces. Austria was excluded from German affairs. The final step was France. Bismarck provoked French Emperor Napoleon III into declaring war in 1870. The Franco-Prussian War was catastrophic for France. Superior Prussian organization crushed French armies. Napoleon III was captured at Sedan. On January 18, 1871, in the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles, the German Empire was proclaimed. Prussian King Wilhelm I became German Kaiser. Bismarck had unified Germany through 3 wars in 7 years. Germany was now Europe's strongest land power. Bismarck served as chancellor for 19 years, dominating European diplomacy. He introduced the world's first modern welfare state, health insurance and old age pensions, to win workers' loyalty. In 1888, Kaiser Wilhelm II took the throne. In 1890, he forced Bismarck to resign. Wilhelm's aggressive foreign policy, building a massive navy, colonial expansion, alarmed other European powers. When Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated in June 1914, Europe's alliance systems activated. World War I had begun. For 4 years, Germany fought on two fronts. The war became a horrific stalemate of trench warfare. Millions died. Kaiser Wilhelm II abdicated and fled. Germany signed the armistice on November 11, 1918. Over 2 million German soldiers had died. The 1919 Treaty of Versailles imposed harsh terms. Germany lost all colonies, accepted full war guilt, and owed massive reparations. The German army was limited to 100,000 men. Germans felt humiliated. The Weimar Republic, Germany's first democracy, was born into crisis. Political violence racked the nation. In 1923, hyperinflation destroyed the currency. The 1929 Great Depression devastated Germany. Unemployment reached 6 million. Extremist parties gained support. Adolf Hitler, an Austrian-born World War I veteran, joined the Nazi Party in 1919. Through charisma and exploitation of German grievances, he built it into a major force. In 1933, the Nazi Party became Germany's largest party. President Hindenburg appointed Hitler chancellor on January 30th, 1933. Hitler moved quickly to establish dictatorship. Opposition parties were banned. Democracy was dead within months. Germany became a totalitarian state. Hitler's regime was uniquely evil. Jews were stripped of rights, businesses seized and driven from public life. The Nuremberg Laws institutionalized racial discrimination. Kristallnacht in 1938 saw synagogues burned. Hitler rearmed Germany. He annexed Austria in 1938. When Hitler invaded Poland on September 1, 1939, Britain and France declared war. World War II had begun. For 2 years, Germany seemed invincible. Poland fell in weeks. France collapsed in 6 weeks in 1940, but Britain held out. Hitler's invasion of the Soviet Union in June 1941 was the turning point. After initial successes, the invasion stalled. Stalingrad in 1942-43 destroyed an entire German army. Hitler's final solution, the systematic murder of European Jews, began in 1941. Death camps like Auschwitz murdered Jews, Roma, homosexuals, disabled people, and political prisoners with industrial efficiency. 6 million Jews were murdered. It was history's most systematic genocide, the Holocaust. By 1944, Germany faced certain defeat. The Soviets advanced from the east, Americans and British from the west. On April 30th, 1945, Hitler committed suicide in his Berlin bunker. Germany surrendered on May 8, 1945. Over 70 million had died in World War II. Victorious allies divided Germany into 4 occupation zones. Cold War tensions quickly emerged. In 1949, Germany formally split into 2 states: the Federal Republic of Germany, West Germany, a democratic state aligned with the West, and the German Democratic Republic, East Germany, a communist dictatorship under Soviet control. West Germany recovered spectacularly. The economic miracle saw rapid rebuilding and prosperity. Marshall Plan aid and free market policies transformed West Germany into Europe's economic powerhouse. West Germany confronted its Nazi past, paying reparations to Israel and educating about the Holocaust. East Germany became a Soviet satellite state. The Stasi secret police spied on citizens. When East Germans fled to the West, the regime built the Berlin Wall in 1961, physically dividing Berlin with concrete and barbed wire. Over 140 people died trying to cross it. For 28 years, the wall stood as the Cold War's most visible symbol. West Germany grew wealthy while East Germany stagnated. Then everything changed in 1989. Soviet reforms encouraged Eastern European movements. Massive protests erupted across East Germany. On November 9, 1989, East German officials announced border restrictions were lifted. Berliners attacked the wall with hammers and celebrated together. The Berlin Wall was falling. On October 3, 1990, Germany reunified. The Cold War's division was over. Germany was whole again after 45 years. Reunification brought challenges. Integrating East Germany was expensive and difficult, but Germany persevered, investing billions in Eastern infrastructure. Modern Germany is Europe's economic engine, the world's 4th largest economy. German engineering is synonymous with excellence. Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen, Siemens are global brands. Germany is the EU's de facto leader. Germany has become a model democracy with strong constitutional protections. Nazi symbols and Holocaust denial are illegal. Germany pays continuing reparations and educates exhaustively about Nazi crimes. Never again is national consensus. Germany learned from its darkest chapter, from Germanic tribes defeating Rome to reunified European leader, from Prussian military state to Nazi nightmare to peaceful democracy. Germany's journey is unique, a story of extremes, from Enlightenment philosophy to systematic genocide, from aggression to prosperity. Germany proved nations can learn from catastrophic mistakes. The nation that started 2 world wars now leads Europe in peace. Which era fascinates you most? Bismarck's unification, the World Wars, or reunification?
A century of turmoil, culminating in the joyous promise of a reunited nation.
Share your thoughts, hit like, and subscribe to our channel.